Have you ever walked into a room and felt a sudden heaviness? A chill that has nothing to do with the temperature? This is the unseen world of energy. We are all beings of energy, vibrating at our own unique frequencies. Our thoughts, our emotions, our intentions create a field around us. When we are happy and full of love, our energy feels light and bright. Fear, anger, sadness. This is what many people call negative energy. You can't see it with your eyes, but you can feel it in your heart and soul. This negative energy can come from many sources. Our own mind's worries that keep us awake at night. Regrets that linger from our past. It can also come from the world around us. A stressful job, a difficult relationship. The constant stream of bad news on television. This energy can cling like dust. Tired, unmotivated, disconnected from your true self. Imagine your spirit as a clear, flowing river. Positive experiences. Loving thoughts are like fresh rainwater. Negative energy is like mud pollution. It slowly contaminates the water, making it murky and stagnant. Physical ailments, emotional turmoil, feeling stuck in life. Acknowledging this unseen weight is the first step to cleansing your river. Allow your spirit to flow freely again. It's a brave act of self-awareness and self-love. Recognizing negative energy isn't living in fear, it's empowerment. By opening your mind to this reality, you open the door to profound healing and protection. For thousands of years, across countless cultures, there has been a shared belief in a powerful and unseen force. It is the belief in the evil eye. It is a deeply ingrained human understanding that a powerful look, filled with envy or malice, can inflict harm. It is the idea that someone's jealousy can project a wave of negative energy toward you, causing misfortune, causing illness, causing emotional distress. This belief is found in ancient Greece, Rome, the Middle East, Europe. When someone looks at your success, your happiness, your family with intense envy, that look carries a charge. It is an energetic arrow aimed at your well-being. Compliments can sometimes carry a hidden curse if they are not sincere. You may have seen the blue eye-shaped amulets, the nazar, popular in Turkey, popular in Greece. These are meant to reflect the malicious gaze back to the sender. We are constantly exposed to judgments and opinions, especially on social media. Online envy and comparison can be a modern form of the evil eye. Being drained or diminished by someone else's negativity is a very real experience. Understanding the ancient concept of the evil eye helps us recognize this dynamic and reminds us of the need for energetic boundaries. Beyond the unconscious gaze of the evil eye lies a more deliberate form of negative energy, spells and ill intentions. This is the conscious act of directing harmful thoughts and energy toward another person. While the word spell might bring to mind images from fantasy stories, the reality is much simpler and more common than we think. A spell, at its core, is a focused intention. When someone consistently thinks negative thoughts about you, wishes you harm, or speaks ill of you to others, they are essentially casting a spell. The human mind is the most powerful tool of all. This current can travel across any distance and impact its target. The person on the receiving end might suddenly feel anxious, depressed, or unlucky for no apparent reason. They are feeling the subtle yet powerful effects of the negative energy being sent their way. This is not meant to create fear, but to foster awareness. When we hold a grudge or wish someone ill, we are not only polluting their energetic field, but our own as well. Therefore, cleansing ourselves of spells and ill intentions is not just about removing what others have sent to us. It is also about ensuring that we are not contributing to the world's negativity. It is about practicing forgiveness for others and for ourselves. By doing so, we raise our own vibration to a level where lower, negative energies simply cannot touch us. We become a beacon of light, and shadows cannot exist where there is light. This ally is sound. Everything in the universe is in a state of vibration. From the smallest atom to the largest galaxy, our bodies are no different. Each organ, each cell, each thought, each with its own frequency. When we are healthy and happy, our body is a beautiful orchestra, all parts playing in perfect harmony. When negative energy or ill intentions affect us, they disrupt this harmony. This is where the healing power of sound comes in. By introducing a pure, harmonious frequency into our energy field, we can retune ourselves. This principle is known as resonance. Think of it like striking a tuning fork and holding it next to a guitar string that is meant to play the same note. Even without touching it, the string will begin to vibrate in harmony with the tuning fork. Healing sound frequencies work in the same way on our energetic body. Cultures all over the world have used chanting, drumming, singing bowls for healing and spiritual connection for centuries. Within the vast spectrum of healing sounds, two frequencies have gained special attention for their profound ability to cleanse and restore. 396 Hz, liberation. 417 Hz, change, part of the ancient solfeggio scale, a sacred scale used in ancient Gregorian chants. 396 Hz is known as the liberating frequency, turning grief into joy, liberating us from guilt and fear. It targets deep-seated, heavy energies that hold us back, works directly on the root of energetic blockages. It is the sound of letting go, a great weight being lifted, relief and freedom. Next, 417 Hz, the frequency of change. After 396 Hz clears the old energies, 417 Hz facilitates a new beginning. It resonates with our cells, encourages cells to release toxins and function optimally, the sound of renewal and transformation. First, 396 Hz clears the ground, removing the weeds of fear, guilt, negativity. Then, 417 Hz plants new seeds of positive change, healing, forward momentum, a pathway from energetic discord to beautiful coherence, not just heard with ears, vibrations felt by the soul, setting the stage for a journey of healing, protection, and rediscovery of your inner light. Long before the advent of, modern science, our ancestors held a profound and intuitive understanding of the universe. In many ancient creation stories from around the globe, the world did not begin with a silent flash of light, but with a sacred sound. The ancient Egyptians believed their god Thoth created the world simply by speaking the words. The Gospel of John begins, "In the beginning was the Word." Aboriginal Australian cultures speak of the dream time, where ancestor spirits sang the world into existence. These stories reveal a deep shared human intuition that sound is a fundamental creative force with the power to shape reality itself. In nearly every indigenous culture on Earth, the drum holds a place of immense spiritual significance. It is far more than a musical instrument. It's the heartbeat of the community, a direct line to the spirit world, a powerful tool for energetic protection. The power of the drum lies in its ability to create a state of entrainment. This shift allows release of deep-seated stress and energetic blockages. In shamanic healing rituals, the drum is used to combat negative influences like spells. The beat creates a vortex of power that can drive out harmful spirits. Today, the ancient power of the drum is still accessible. Listening to shamanic drumming recordings can clear your energy field and ground you. This connection creates stability and rootedness, forming a protective foundation against fleeting negativity. In the Himalayan regions of Tibet, Nepal, India, ancient metal-forged sound healing was perfected there. Tibetan singing bowls, large resonant gongs, struck or played with a mallet, complex layered sound, rich harmonic overtones. Place a bowl on the body and play. Vibrations penetrate deep into tissues and organs, breaking energetic blockages. Gongs, especially large ones, are even more powerful for energetic clearing. A gong bath, total sound immersion. It builds to a powerful crescendo, a sonic landscape that cleanses and transforms, shatter patterns of negative energy, a powerful energetic reset. Ideal for cleansing a home or workspace. Clear, ringing sound cuts through energetic smog, like a lighthouse through fog. For a long time, the worlds of ancient spiritual belief and modern science seemed to be miles apart. The development of quantum physics has changed our understanding of reality, showing us the universe is not made of solid, separate things but of interconnected fields of energy and information. An ill intention can be understood as a focused projection of a low-frequency, incoherent energy wave from one person to another. The unseen is slowly becoming seen through the lens of scientific instruments. These technologies show that the energy field around a person changes dramatically depending on their emotional state. This provides visual evidence that our thoughts and feelings have a direct, measurable impact on the energy we emit, validating the core principles of energetic hygiene. Modern science is not debunking ancient wisdom. In many ways, it is finally catching up to it. One of the most compelling scientific demonstrations of sound's power is the field of cymatics. As a pure musical tone is played through the plate, the particles arrange into beautiful, intricate, perfectly symmetrical geometric patterns. As the frequency or pitch increases, the patterns become more complex and beautiful. This shows every frequency has a unique geometric signature. If sound can organize sand on a plate, imagine what it can do to the water within our cells. Beyond the physical structuring of matter, sound has a direct and measurable effect on the most complex organ in our body, the brain. These brainwaves are categorized by their frequency, and they correspond to different states of consciousness. When the brain is presented with a rhythmic, repetitive stimulus, it naturally synchronizes its electrical cycles to the rhythm of that sound. Listening to the pure, calming tones of healing frequencies helps shift our brainwaves out of this stressful state and down into the relaxed, receptive alpha state, and into the theta state. In this state, we are no longer vulnerable to the hooks of external negativity. It creates a sanctuary in our own mind, the safest place we can be. Reiki is a beautiful and gentle Japanese healing art. The word Reiki is made of two Japanese words: Rei, God's wisdom or the higher power; Ki, life force energy. So Reiki is spiritually guided life force energy. A practitioner acts as a channel, placing hands lightly on or just above the body. The energy flows to where it is most needed. Reiki and sound healing form a natural, powerful partnership. Reiki provides spiritually guided flow. Sound healing provides a specific, targeted vibration. Together, they amplify each other for deeper healing. Imagine a garden hose on dry, compacted earth. The water runs off. Use a tool first to break and aerate the soil. Use the hose again and water soaks to the roots. 396 Hertz, the frequency that breaks up compacted negative energy. Reiki is the life-giving water that penetrates the energy system, especially effective for clearing stubborn attachments like the evil eye. Also for psychic spells. This dual action removes negative energy. It also strengthens the person's energy field, making them less susceptible. In the practice of Reiki, a practitioner must go through a sacred process called an attunement, performed by a Reiki master. This attunement opens and clears a student's energy channels, connecting them to the source of universal life force energy. It is a process of becoming a hollow bone, a pure vessel through which divine energy flows without obstruction. The healer's stable field acts as a resonator, magnifying sound waves and directing them with loving intention. Healer and sound work in unison, creating a unified high-vibration field that cleanses. Let's imagine a woman named Sarah. Sarah is a kind, creative. She works as a graphic designer. For months, she had been feeling off. A persistent fog seemed to cloud her mind. Her computer would crash before a deadline. She would misplace her keys. Small disagreements with friends would escalate into arguments. She felt a constant, low-level hum of negativity around her. A heavy blanket was smothering her optimism and joy. Sarah had recently received a promotion at work. A colleague had also desperately wanted it. Her colleague was polite to her face. But Sarah sensed intense jealousy and resentment. She would feel a chill when this person was near. She felt drained and exhausted after their interactions. She felt like the target of a constant, silent stream of ill will. This was the classic experience of the evil eye, workplace envy and competition. This unseen weight affected every part of her life. Her sleep was restless with anxious dreams. She began isolating herself, avoiding social situations. She felt stuck, like walking through thick mud with every step. Desperate for a solution, a friend suggested Reiki with sound healing. Sarah was skeptical but willing to try. She booked her first appointment, hopeful and nervous. She stepped toward the appointment, a move to reclaim her inner sanctuary. Sarah arrived at the healing space feeling tense and anxious, her shoulders hunched as if bracing against a cold wind. The practitioner greeted her with a warm smile and led her to a calm, softly lit room. After a brief conversation, Sarah lay down on the comfortable table. Soon, a low, pure tone began to fill the room. It was the 396 Hertz frequency. It was not loud but deep. She could feel it vibrating in her bones, especially in her legs and lower back. As the sound washed over her, the practitioner placed hands gently on Sarah's shoulders. At first, Sarah's mind was racing. She was worried about work, about her colleague, about whether this would even work. But the steady, grounding tone of the 396 Hertz frequency was persistent. It was like a gentle, loving hum that seemed to say, "It's okay, you are safe, you can let go." Slowly, her racing thoughts began to quiet down. The constant hum of anxiety in her chest began to soften and recede, like a tide going out. About 10 minutes into the session, something remarkable happened. As the practitioner held her hands over Sarah's stomach, she felt a sudden, deep emotional release. Tears began to stream silently from her eyes. They were not tears of sadness, but tears of relief. It felt as if a dam of pent-up fear and stress had finally broken. She felt the heavy, dense energy begin to dissolve and flow out of her. The 396 Hz sound seemed to be giving her permission to release it all. By the time the 396 Hz portion ended, Sarah felt profoundly different. The tension in her body had melted away. She felt heavy, but in a good way, solid, grounded, and deeply rooted to the earth beneath her. The feeling of being fragile and exposed had been replaced by a quiet sense of stability and inner strength. She felt as if she had been returned to her own body, firmly and safely. The first note in her healing symphony had been played, and it had cleared the foundation. Feeling encouraged by the profound sense of peace she had gained, Sarah returned for her second session a week later. This time, after the initial grounding with 396 Hz, the practitioner transitioned to the 417 Hz frequency. The shift in the room's energy was immediate. The deep, earthy tone was replaced by a brighter, clearer sound that felt like liquid light. It was the frequency of change and clearing past trauma. As this new sound filled the space, Sarah had a gentle inner vision of a pure, flowing stream of water washing through her body. She imagined this stream cleansing every cell, washing away any remaining residue of the negativity she had absorbed. She felt old energetic patterns, and the memory of hurtful interactions dissolving in this cleansing flow of sound and light. The sound wave felt like it was smoothing over these rough patches in her energy field, undoing the negative knots and restoring a sense of smooth, easy flow. She felt her creative channels, which had been blocked for so long, beginning to open up. New ideas and inspirations started to bubble up in her mind, fresh and untainted by the previous fog. When the session concluded, the feeling was not one of being grounded and heavy, but of being incredibly light and clear. If the first session had returned her to the earth, this second session felt like it had opened her up to the sky. The future, which had seemed so daunting and filled with obstacles, now felt open and inviting. The 417 Hz frequency had not just cleared the past, it had wiped the slate clean, offering her a fresh start and connecting her with the energy of new beginnings. The transformation was palpable. In the weeks that followed her sessions, Sarah felt like she was living in a new reality. Her creativity returned with a passion she hadn't felt in years. Her designs at work were praised for their innovation and vibrancy. The string of misfortunes ceased. Her days flowed with ease and synchronicity. Her relationships healed and blossomed. Even the envious colleagues softened. The negativity no longer affected her. The tension between them dissipated. She changed the dynamic by healing herself, not confronting. The inner fog cleared. A clear inner knowing guided her. She could sense which situations and people were right for her. She honored those feelings and set healthy boundaries. She learned the importance of regular energetic hygiene. She started incorporating sound healing into her daily life. This simple practice became her daily tool for maintaining her newfound clarity and resilience. She also became much more mindful. Practice visualizing a shield of brilliant white light surrounding your entire body. See this light as a semi-permeable membrane, allowing love and positivity to flow in freely, while instantly dissolving any negative thoughts or energies that come your way. Finally, practice energetic responsibility. Be mindful of your own thoughts and words. When you find yourself thinking ill of another, consciously choose to send them a thought of peace instead. By choosing to be a source of positive energy in the world, you naturally elevate your own frequency. You become a beacon, and beacons have no need to fear the dark. Her story is a beautiful example of how a healing crisis can become a spiritual awakening, transforming a painful experience into a catalyst for profound and lasting personal growth. Creating the perfect environment for your sound healing session is a beautiful act of self-love. The first step is to make sure you won't be disturbed. Turn off your phone, let your family know you need some quiet time, and close the door. Next, engage your senses to deepen the relaxation. Dim the lights, or use the soft glow of a salt lamp or candles to create a gentle ambiance. Light a stick of calming incense like sandalwood, or diffuse a relaxing essential oil like lavender. Wrap yourself in a soft, warm blanket. The gentle pressure and warmth can feel like a comforting hug. Use good headphones to create a fully immersive experience, allowing the vibrations to resonate directly with your body and mind. If you are using a visual aid, set up your screen where you can watch it comfortably without straining your neck. Finally, set your intention. Before you press play, take a few deep breaths and silently or aloud state your purpose for the session. You might say, "I am now ready to release all energies that are not my own. I invite the healing sounds and the spirit of nature to cleanse my mind, body, and spirit completely." This transforms a passive listening experience into an active, co-creative ritual of profound healing and self-empowerment. We have journeyed far in our exploration from the ancient fear of the evil eye to the modern science of cymatics. We've seen the universe is a grand symphony of vibration. We are part of this orchestra. When this personal symphony is in tune, we experience health, we experience joy, we experience peace. We've rediscovered the solfeggio scale, especially 396 Hz and 417 Hz. Modern science shows resonance and entrainment coax chaotic vibrations into coherence. Protecting ourselves isn't building walls of fear. It's cultivating a vibrant, resilient, high-frequency inner state. We move from passive recipient to active conductor of our inner symphony. This essay is more than just information. It is an invitation. It is an invitation to experiment, to play, and to experience this healing for yourself. Notice the subtle shifts in how you feel, how you perceive the world, and how the world responds to you. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step, or in this case, a single healing note. Every moment you dedicate to your energetic well-being is a profound investment in your future happiness. It is a future where your energy is so clear and bright that you become a source of healing for others just by being yourself. Take a deep breath, press play, and let the first note of your new life begin right now. The symphony of you is ready to be heard in all its magnificent glory.